I found out my mom played some amazing 4D parenting chess. So I learned to use a sewing machine when I was really little, starting with just sitting in my mom's lap while she sewed. When I was around 6 or 7, I started being allowed to use the sewing machine on my own without her there, set to the lowest speed. Of course, as I gained confidence and got frustrated with how slow it was, I bumped up the speed a teeny tiny bit, setting it back to the low speed when I was done so she wouldn't find out. After sewing like that for a while, I'd ask my mom if I could start setting the machine a little faster, and she would be like, I don't know. Let's try it, and I'll watch and make sure you're okay first, and then maybe. And then when she saw that I was fine, she let me set that slightly higher speed as my new rule. This continued over maybe a year or two until I was using the machine at full speed. I told her recently, at age 29, that I did that as a kid, and she was just like, oh, I knew that. So it turns out she always stayed in the next room, so she could let me feel independent, but also keep an ear out to make sure I was okay. And if you know sewing machines, you know that you can very clearly hear the difference when you change the speed settings. In retrospect, of course she could tell, but it didn't occur to me as a kid that the sound would give me away, and I always thought I was totally alone and she was somewhere else in the house El Mayo. She said that she could tell I was only increasing it by a little and only after I'd been sewing at one speed for a while. So she knew I was staying safe and not just being an idiot and suddenly trying to go full out. She decided to pretend she had no idea because it was teaching me to challenge my limits without going too far, and that learning independence was good for childhood development. But in reality, she was always there as a safety net ready to step in if she thought I was going to hurt myself. I guess this is what happens when your mom has a PhD in anthropology faced with tears of joy. I really thought I was getting away with something, but it turns out my mom plays 4D parenting chess and is even more awesome than I knew.